A bonding experience for my uncle and my grandma and me, so, when this job came around, it was like a really huge bonding thing. So I'm kind of like Dalton in a way, I'm just a fanboy that gets to be a fanboy in the movie.
We actually just, recorded your first meeting with Bruce and used it on the...
That was it, that was, yeah.
Now, Ariel, no pressure, you come in and you are Ash Williams' daughter. Talk to me about what was day one on set like? How did you sort of get in and join the family?
Actually, it was kind of not easy. It was quite terrifying, but in a good way. Everyone was so welcoming, and Bruce is like the nicest guy ever. And so, everyone kind of took me under their wing, and
so it begins.
I learned a lot. It was awesome, and hey, don't steal my...
You don't have well, I was holding it for you. You don't have a pocket. Just go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, I felt supported the entire way through. I never felt like a fish out of water at any stage, and I have these guys, the incredible crew, directors, everybody to thank for it.
Now, Dana, I have to say, Kelly just became such a badass in season 2. We see a bit more of that at the end of season 3. What can you tease of what's ahead for her? Because she really did, in many ways become the heir apparent to Ash, I think, last season as a Deadite Slayer.
Thank you. And I love where Kelly's journey goes, because it's a culmination of everything we've been building up and everything that she's gone through. Now she gets to take someone else under her wing that has a very similar situation. And it's fantastic to see where it goes, because a theme of the show for season 3, I think, is everyone fulfilling their destiny. And Kelly gets painted in this corner, this catch-22, bloody corner, I might add. Is bloody, is always bloody. And she can't think or fight her way out of the situation. So she snaps, and now she's got this one that they're going in together, just the way that Ruby kind of took Kelly under her wing in season 2. So Kelly gonna get her revenge. We're gonna see what happens though, because maybe it's not what she wanted at all. Because what happens when she has this epic showdown with evil sets off a course of events and changes Kelly forever. But it's gonna be something to see. It'll give Kill Bill a rival. It's a rival to the Kill Bill fight. I'm just gonna say.
That's a good tease. That's a high bar right there. Now, Ray, sort of on the flip side, Pablo had a really rough season 2. It was not easy for him. And now we see the Necronomicon is back. And what can you tease for what's ahead for him? Because I really get that book out of that poor man, please.
I'm still here. I think, well, you guys saw that trailer for the whole season, so we kind of showed you a lot. But, this season, Pablo fulfills his destiny as well, and really starts to hone in on his brujo powers, and evil sees Pablo differently, and Pablo sees evil differently, and, the illegal has powers this season, so watch out, everybody. Watch out!
The tagline for season 3.
But yeah, I think it's going to be really dope and really fun, and I finally get to kick some ass, and and a lot of other things that you don't think are going to happen.
I mean, that is the standard for Ash vs. Evil Dead. I think that's what keeps us coming back season after season, has us so excited right now. Now, Bruce, it seems in addition to the theme of, people fulfilling their destiny, there does seem to be a theme of family this season. You have 2 new members down at this end of the lineup. Talk a little bit about that. How is Ash as a dad?
He's basically the worst father ever. But, having said that, he's the best father ever.
Well, he does his best, and that means a lot.
Ash fights with the army he's got. The parenting skills that he's got at the moment need refinement. Although I love the fact that I get upset when my daughter swears. Ash never lies to his daughter, but the weird thing is it sounds like he's lying all the time. It wasn't me who did it, it was a Deadite who possessed her. I just sound like a ranting lunatic. But Ash never lies to his daughter. So he is true to his daughter. And then once he realizes and owns up to it, he's protective of his cub. There's no question about it. We added that line, never get between a papa bear and his cub. So it was I just think from a story level, it can really help Ash become a little more three-dimensional. Because he not only has to save the world, he has to raise an unruly daughter at the same time. So I thought it was a really fun insertion. A dad is back. Asshole dad is back. The great Lee Majors has returned once again, season 3. I actually have more time with Lee on screen in season 3 than we did in season 2. And Lee is just he's Lee Majors, okay? He's Lee Majors. So it's been really fun. And this season, I think the goal of this season is to crack it open. Crack the shell open. We're doing a little more into the Joseph Campbell mythology, because Ash is not just a loser who lives in a trailer park. He is foretold in an ancient book. So why? Why him?
Speaking of book, you can get Bruce Campbell's New York Times best-selling bestseller, If Chins Could Kill. Further confessions here.
The things these girls will do for $1.
Number one, last year you were giving out 20s. Maybe I'm used to it.
Hey, we might get canceled, you know?
Yeah, great. All right, so we obviously we're New York Comic Con. We want you guys to have a chance to ask some questions. So we have some microphones up here and up here if you guys want to line up. And while you're lining up, I want to ask a question for everyone up here. That colon scene in season 2, like between that and then the scene at the end with the breast milk, like you guys do some gross. I'm gonna swear because this way, you guys do some gross shit on the show. So I want to know from you guys, what's the grossest thing that's ever happened to you on set? Whoever wants to go first.
You wanna go? You go first. Oh yeah, you can go first.
I had a birthing scene out of my mouth where they handed me these phallic objects and they asked me to put them in my mouth and spit them out slowly. So I would probably say that that was the most disturbing for me, but it was also one of the first on the show, so I've got a high threshold now.
But that's what made you my powerful vagina. I love that scene. Ray, so Ray likes to, he's like the joke. We've had some, we've been, first of all, can I just say that I'm so excited that they are not only just magnificent people and such phenomenal actors, but they were effortlessly brought into this crazy world and family. And luckily for Ray and I, we weren't the new kids anymore. So they got the brunt of the torture. But Ray has been definitely the jokester and prankster on set. And I would say the grossest thing, do you know what I'm gonna say? The grossest thing that ever happened was him and one of our directors, Rick Jacobson, for the finale of season 1, when you're book face, he's holding me down, and he had mouth blood, and he would be like, more blood, and he's holding me down, and then he's baby birded the mouth blood into my mouth while I was on my back, and then Rick was like, hey, that was great. That was the
Full
grossest
disclosure, we totally planned that. We knew she'd hate it. I thought you might be into the whole spit in your mouth thing. You're a tough chick. You might like some funky, kinky stuff like that, right? Ooh, cat got your tongue.
Better walk now, because I've been trying not to
Could you please moderate this panel a little bit?
Newcomers, Lindsay and Ariel, do you guys have a particularly gross scene you can tell us about that's not going to spoil too much?
I don't have one that's not really going to spoil it, but I mean, there was pretty gross stuff the whole way through. I counted 8 blood cannons in total, filming 10 episodes. So I was pretty much constantly like covered in fake blood. And there was even one stage where the art department just set up a fake, kind of not fake, it worked, but a temporary shower on set for me to stand under, because it was warm and warmer than being out in the air and with the cold, wet blood on you. So I got to stand in the shower, full in costume, just in the middle of the set, everyone's walking around, and I'm standing under a warm hose while they set up the next shot. So that's pretty cool. It's not disgusting, but I spent pretty much the entire shoot feeling pretty disgusting.
Yeah, mine's kind of the same. I mean, because I wear biker gear through most of the show, and it's funny where that blood can hide, Like, you get back to your trailer and you're trying to get out of jackets, and suddenly there's like, it's all down your side, it's in your back, and then one day I took my shoe off, and it was just like clumping out of my shoe, and then you're just standing in the shower going, get it off. Oh.
And it looks like a murder scene when you're showering, after you shower. When Ray and I showered together that one time.
We actually did.
We actually had no choice. They wouldn't let us go.
It's like a thing. They're like, hurry up, we need you back on set. Just get in there.
Right, but the scenes during the cleanup and after the cleanup are just as bad as the show.
Well, I love that Bruce, the first time I think I met you was on set, and it was like the best introduction to Bruce Campbell ever because you were in full Ash gear, but you were covered in blood from whatever scene you were doing, and you were leaning out of your trailer eating lamb off the bone. A plate of it in front of you, and I was like, okay, here we go, this is the man. But at this point, is there anything that they have you doing, and you're an executive producer as well, so you have a say, is there anything that they have you do that grosses you out?
I had a fight in a sperm bank this season.
We really blew our load on this season.
Yeah. I'm pretty much going to end it right there.
All right, so I want to go to you guys. I'm going to start with this gentleman on my right, your left. What's your question?
Hi. Now that Ash has a daughter on the show, is his character going to change in any way?
Good question. Good question.
Yes, sir. He will become a more substantial person. Do you respect Ash currently? Do you?
Well, you know what? That you get $1 for that.
Bruce, how do you feel when people view Ash as a role model?
You're done, by the way. View Ash as a role model? If they do, they're idiots.
All right, I'm going to go to this lovely lady. Introduce yourself.
I'm Linda from Brooklyn. Yeah, I love the music. Woo! Yeah. And I thought the Funny Farm was brilliant. Anyway, who chooses the music?
It's written by the great Joe LaDuca, who goes all the way back to the original Evil Dead. We've worked with Joe for about 38 years now. Joe is a maestro, and Joe scoring this is mandatory. We knew when we did the show that Joe had to do the score. And he's just so intuitive, we just put it up. We put up what he writes, you know what I mean? There's really no question about it. So yeah, Joe's great.
Any question going forward is brilliant.
Joe's great, thank you.
Awesome, great question. Over here at this gentleman.
Hi. For the two new actors on the show, was there any kind of like welcome to the show introduction, like kind of hazing rituals going on?
Bruce told me to run.
It wasn't a hazing ritual, but the first time I kind of met Bruce, we were at a dinner, and I'm still a fan, and you kind of go, Campbell, and he goes, hey, how are you? And I'm going, oh, I'm good. He's like,
Was that your invitation to me?
sorry. How are you? I'm Johnny Cash. And he said, you're shooting tomorrow? And I said, yeah, I've got this, my first scene is like this 6-page monologue. And he said, yeah, I had to do one of those in the first episode. And it was when he goes back and talks about the Necronomicon, sets up the whole series. And I said, yeah, I've got this huge monologue tomorrow. Have you got any advice? And he takes a minute and he's a shit-eating grin and he's going, yeah, have fun with that.
You had to say the whole fucking plot, basically. And those are not really much fun.
Yeah.
Reading the plot
It's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I like that the hazing ritual on Ash vs. Evil Dead are monologues, essentially. Sir, I love your chainsaw. Please, yeah. Perfect. What is your question and what is your name?
Hi, I'm Joe from Queens. Been a big Evil Dead fan for years and years. You traumatized me as a child. I had developed slowly from that to the maniac I am today. The question is...
Here's some money for treatment.
My question was, are you planning on redoing the Fistful of Boomstick or any of the original games from the Evil Dead that you used to have?
It would make sense that we should do more games, yeah. I haven't really heard a lot of chit-chat about it, but if we manage to stay on the air, the likelihood increases exponentially. So download the Stars app, for free.
Okay.
30-day free trial.
And then $10 after.
Yeah, they
Binge
keep-
watch the show later today, the first 2 seasons. So sorry it was so hard to find our show. And I'm saying this because I hear a lot of whining and moaning. Oh, I can afford stars. You don't need a car. Not in New York City. Not in New York City. Get rid of your fucking car and get stars. What the hell is the problem?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir, it was not directed directly at you.
Any chance you going back to the medieval times again, like Army of Darkness, or with the new crew?
Can we?
I will allude to the ending of this upcoming season in that everything will be different. Really different. Really, really different. You're gonna fucking pick your jaw up off the floor at the end of the season. And I wish I could tell you, because I would love to see your jaws drop right now, but no. Download the app and watch it yourself.
They kicking ass. Bruce. You're the
Yes,
best.
sir, thank you.
Love you.
All right, sir, over here. What's your name and what is your question?
Hi, my name's Andrew, and 2 things. I have a piece of art. I drew this. I'm a terribly shitty artist, but I drew this of Bruce. I'd like to give it to you if I could.
Let's have a look. And are you an actual artist?
I try to be. No, it's
What do
going
you
very
do to
poorly.
make a living? Do you do that for a living, sir?
Not exactly. I work for Apple.
That's probably a good thing.
I made the right choice. My mother keeps asking me when I'm going to get a real job.
I'm out of singles, so I'm going to have to give you a 5.
That's
At a certain point, you're going to pay for everyone's Star subscription.
But I do have a question for the entire cast. What is your favorite behind-the-scene moment? What is something that you guys experienced that we didn't get to see from your time on the show?
Great question.
It was probably for me 2 things. When I had those legs taped to my shoulders, I was just like, when I was like cut in half and had a garbage bag as my wardrobe, I just sat around set with those legs and like, pretended to dance with them. And then the other thing that happens almost every day when I go to work is like, there's this thing where like all of a sudden everybody's setting things up. And I'm like, what are we doing? What is this? And then I look over and I always find his eyes. And we look at each other like, what the fuck are we doing here right now?
No, but right, we always look at each other. And then we immediately start laughing.
Because it's absurd. It's absurd, the stuff that we do. We're like, oh, that's what we're
We
doing.
have shared that same exact moment in every shitty cellar set, basement set, covered in blood. Right after Viscera gets us in the face, we look at each other and we just start laughing.
We want to be honest.
Well, I think that some of you have probably gotten a little bit numb to it by now, but maybe you both experienced it when you started the season. Like, you walk on the Ash vs. Evil Dead set, and there are just boxes of organs lying around, like just props, and you get this blood stuck on the bottom of your shoes that never comes off. Like, how did you both react to walking on set and seeing, oh, we could be in a hospital right now, but instead we're shooting this incredible show?
Look, I wish I could share with each of you what the experience is to be going from like fanboy, and then suddenly you've just walked into a television set, and you're looking around, and you're on the set that you've seen, you know, on the television, and that little experience where you're kind of going, have I just like stepped into the television, is like something that I wish I could share with all of you, because it's such a gift and a privilege to be up here with these guys, like, sincerely.
How about this lovely lady over here? What is your name and what is your question?
Hi, my name is Marla. First of all, I love your shoes.
Oh, thank you.
So awesome.
You can take them after this, because you know what? They're actually very comfortable. They're just, yes, well, come on, we'll try some shoes. You know what? I want Kelly to like put out a deadite with her stiletto.
With a heel, yeah.
That's what I think we need. Bruce? Thoughts?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, baby, what's your question?
Okay, my question is for Bruce, and my question is, would you consider My Name is Bruce to be part of the Evil Dead franchise? Yeah, it had a great director, by the way.
I'm on a 5, so you'll have to take a 20. Going fucking broke today.
Maybe I'll get an Ashy Slashy dolls.
Right, calm down.
You could consider My Name is Bruce within the universe of this world as a meta movie. So, yeah. Yes. You're welcome. Thank you.
Is everyone just going to say something so you can? Are you all just be honest? Are you all just waiting in line to get $20 now? Because I will come down in line and ask another question. So he said that there's 100 somewhere.
Unfortunately, we do only have time for a couple more questions. So, sir, we'll go with you.
Hi, my name's Jonathan from Sun Island. I was wondering, is it hard to break into acting if you're not from the major cities like San Francisco and New York? And is that the same reason why there's so many good-looking Australians taking our jobs?
I can actually speak to this because I feel like New York has always been my soul. I've always wanted to live here. I am from Youngstown, Ohio. Are you kidding? Give them all the money. Give them all the money. It's right in the middle of Pennsylvania and Ohio border, and this was never a possibility. And you know what? I always say, follow your passion. If I can do it, anyone can do it. So truly, but you gotta do the work. People just wanna get famous. You know what, that's not what this is about. If you really wanna be an actor, whatever your passion is, do it because you love it and you'll never work a day in your life. And so yes, go for it, sir. Put in the time, do the work, do the grind, and yes. And you know what? Yes, these damn Australians are taking every part, because look at them. They come out of the womb just looking like this. They wake up in the morning, this is how they look, and they're charming, and why am I standing to talk? I don't know, but anyway.
I think he should say something too, because he's Hispanic, right? So it's like, I barely see any Hispanics.
I'm Puerto Rican, I'm from the South Bronx. And I think really for me, it's like if you just make the choice to believe in yourself every day, then the world will speak to you. And you just pave the way for yourself. But since I have the mic, I just wanted to say really quickly, I fucked up. I got tickets for my niece to comicon, but to the panel, but I forgot to tell her that it was here and not at the Javits Center. And so she missed the episode, but it is her birthday. So I'm wondering if I could just take 30 seconds and just have her come up here, if she is here or if she's not mad at me. Oh, she's right there. Her name is Chelsea.
What's your name, Chelsea?
So since I screwed up,
Happy birthday, right?
yeah, since I screwed up, I'm gonna bring Comicon to you, and we're gonna sing Happy Birthday to Chelsea. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chelsea. Happy birthday to you. Leave it to the Puerto Ricans to like talk forever and take it over and make it emotional and cultural and all that good stuff. Thanks for asking your question.
Well, guys, she missed the episode, but just how good was it? Come on. All right, we have time for one more question, and your shirt is so good. That's Snow Moon. That's such a good shirt. So we're gonna go. You will be our last question of the panel. What's your name?
My name is Patrick. I'm here from Queens, and this is actually for the Stars executives. When are we gonna get information about season 4 and season 5 renewals?
Ooh, good last question.
We saw season 3 renewals coming in. I don't just the money. No, I really actually want to know.
I'm not going to give you a penny.
I love you, dude.
I'm going to play the role of a Stars executive. What would you like to know, sir?
I want to know, when are we going to get information about?
I'm going to tell
some
you
information about
as soon as I possibly can, sir. Stars was just purchased by Lionsgate. those of you in the corporate world might understand when two corporations collide, it takes a while to figure things out. You see, our bosses now have bosses. So the bosses are talking, having long, important discussions. First of all, about who gets shit canned and who stays. So once they work their problems out, they'll work our problems out. They're going to move us to February because they're trying to get us out of a very nasty time slot, which is the fall. So we think that's going to help. It's more time for you to get the app between now and February. What else would you like to know, sir?
That was it. Just what future events.
We will hold the fire to their feet because we know that you need to know, because we need to know, because we have a thing called a life to live. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. And that was a perfect segue to say that Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3 returns on February 25th at 9 p.m.